Welcome to the Grand Rapids, Michigan, Kent County residential real estate market update with data through March 2021. My name is Rodney Constable. I'm a realtor with Century 21 affiliated out of Grand Rapids, Michigan. Year over year, home prices are up 13.9% in the Grand Rapids area, with the average home selling for $285,247. 1 year ago, the average home was selling for $250,444. For years, I've heard people saying things like home prices can't continue to go up. Well, when I hear things like that, I think about the input costs to building a home. And some of the major input costs to building a home are land, labor, materials, and regulatory costs. So if somebody thinks that home prices cannot continue to rise in the future, what they're basically saying is that land is going to get cheaper and more plentiful. Labor is going to get cheaper and more plentiful. Materials are going to get cheaper and more plentiful. And the government's going to make regulatory costs of building a house cheaper and easier. And guys, when we just think about these four input costs, land, labor, materials, and regulatory costs, do we really think that any of these input costs to building a home are going to fall in the future? I doubt it. So if land, labor, materials, and regulatory costs are going to continue to go up, then home prices probably will continue to rise in the future as well. The average home in the Grand Rapids area is selling after being on the market for just 19 days. When we compare that to the inventory of unsold homes, we can see that those homes have been on the market for an average of 63 days. So what this tells us is that if a home is properly priced, it will sell in a relatively short period of time, right now in under 3 weeks. However, if a home is not properly priced for its location, amenities, and condition, it will stay on the market for an extended period of time, right now just over 2 months. Next, let's take a look at year-to-date new listings. Now, year-to-date new listings are down 10.2% year over year. And of course, we know that a big part of this is going to be because of the pandemic, because of COVID-19. So this is still, we're still in the midst of it. Michigan is still a hot spot. So we do have fewer listings coming to market at this time. When we look at this information in a numerical format, we can see that so far for the first 3 months of 2021 in Kent County, there's been 2,085 homes that have been listed for sale. When we compare that to 2020, there was 2,323 homes. And again, that's that 10.2% differential year over year. When we look down at 2016, for the first 3 months of 2016, there were 2,568 homes that were listed for sale. So when we compare the amount of homes that have been listed for sale for the first 3 months of 2021 versus where we were in 2016, we can see that there's 18.81% fewer homes that have been listed in Kent County for the first 3 months of 2021 versus where we were in 2016. Next, let's take a look at the year-to-date closed transactions versus 1 year ago. In this category, we are down 5.7% year over year. When we look at this information in a numerical format, we can see that so far for 2021, first 3 months of 2021, again, all of this data is good through the end of March. It's the most recent data. There was 1,732 homes that were actually sold in Kent County for the first 3 months of 2021. When we compare that to 2020, we can see there was 1,836 homes. Again, a lot of the drop-off we can attribute to COVID-19 and the pandemic. But when we move down to the 2016 bullet point, we can see that for the first 3 months of 2016, there were 1,950 homes that were sold. So when we compare the first 3 months of 2021 with the first 3 months of 2016, we can see that we've had 11.18% fewer closed transactions in Kent County for the first 3 months of 2021 versus what we experienced during the first 3 months of 2016. Next, let's take a look at the average months of inventory in Kent County. And so far for calendar year 2021, we are averaging 0.6 months of inventory. Guys, that's about 18 plus or minus days, okay? That's less than 3 weeks of inventory in the entire county. So what this means is that if no new homes came to market in Kent County, based on our current sell rate, we would be completely sold out of homes in the entire county of Kent County in about 18 days. Okay, guys, those are historically low numbers. And if we compare where we're at right now here in 2021 versus the inventory numbers that we saw for the previous 8 years, we can see that we're running at a fraction of the inventory that we've had over the last 8 years. But I want to tell you that those last 8 years were also very lean inventory numbers. So why does inventory matter? Well, as we can see here, if you have between 1 and 2 months of inventory, you probably are going to experience double-digit price appreciation on homes. And that is exactly what we have seen for many years here in the Grand Rapids area. If you're running between 3 and 4 months of inventory, you would generally experience single-digit price appreciation. If the inventory built to where you had between 5 and 6 months of inventory, this is more of a normal, balanced, or neutral market where you might experience some price appreciation, but it would more than likely be in the low single digits. And if you're under 5 to 6 months of inventory, this is considered a seller's market, and that's exactly what we have seen for many years here in Grand Rapids. If you're over 6 months of inventory, this is considered a buyer's market. And if your inventory built to between 7 and 8 months, that's when you would most likely experience single-digit price depreciation. And then if the inventory built to 9 months plus, that's when you would likely see double-digit price depreciation. So 7 to 8 months of inventory, single-digit price depreciation, 9 months plus, that's when we start to get into double-digit price depreciation. If you would like to learn even more about the likelihood of home prices rising in the future, I would highly suggest you watch my information-packed Will Home Prices Continue to Rise video, which is out on my YouTube channel. I will also put a link to that video in the description box below this video. So what are the next steps? Watch my Will Home Prices Continue to Rise video, watch my other YouTube videos, subscribe to my YouTube channel for ongoing real estate education. Please give me a thumbs up on this video and other videos that you like. Leave a comment on my videos and share my videos on my YouTube channel with your friends, family, and colleagues. Also, please feel free to connect with me via social media and call me at 616-258-4782 if you are looking to buy or sell a home in the Grand Rapids, Michigan area. Thank you so much for being on this video with me. I really appreciate it, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.